So I think that one of the more important things about being your man's peace, being his sanctuary, being his escape, is being a place and being a person that he can be vulnerable with. And when I say vulnerable, I mean that as far as this is a place with you, is where he can come and show his emotions without being judged, ridiculed, or told to man up, suck it up, be a man. And I think that it starts pretty young, that we're very hard on males. If he falls down, scrapes his knee off his bike, he starts crying, suck it up, be a man, man up. Men at a young age aren't able to show emotions, and they're trained early not to show emotions the same way that us women do. And it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that I can fall down off my bike at 3 years old, cry, skin my knee, cry, and I'll get baby. Oh, you okay? Are you all right? Is everything okay? We're gonna fix it. Da da da. Whatever. Stop crying. Feel better. Whatever. But as a little boy, you'll get scolded. Don't cry. Be a man. Suck it up. And I think that's where the unfair event starts for women, to be able to show emotion and not be judged on a societal level about being an emotional creature. I do think it is very important for me in particular to provide a place that my man can be vulnerable and show emotion and cry if need be and let it go, because the world is tough. The world is hard, especially for men. I mean, you'll go out there and you'll get beat up, beat down, beat all the way around, have to deal with shit at work, have to deal with just shit in life in general. And I think that they really don't have too many places that they can go that they can be vulnerable. You can't go to your homeboys and cry or complain or tell them you feel like a failure and things not working in your life, because they'll probably judge you. You know what I'm saying? You can't really go to your family because they're going to look at you crazy, probably. It's not a place that you can just go and cry and when you really feel down and out. You can't do it at work. You can't cry and complain and say that something is too hard or you stressed out or whatever. You can't have a breakdown in front of these people in these atmospheres, in these places. Women, on the other hand, can. So I think that it's way harder for men to go through life acting like everything's okay, acting like they don't need therapy, they don't need anybody to talk to, they don't need to let it out, they don't need to express their feelings. I think it's harder for men, and I do, like I said, I want to provide a place where he can come and he can let loose. And this is why a lot of men especially need to seek therapy, because they really have nobody to be vulnerable with, nobody to keep it real with. They are forced to put on this facade, even when life, and they're human just like us women. They're human. They bleed too. They have feelings too. They have a heart too. And they're not protected from feeling the same feelings that we do: hurt, rejection, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. Just life is just too hard. Things are too hard. You're stressed out. They're forced to bottle all this in, and I can't imagine being a man in this day and age with all the things that are going on in life and having to bottle it in and put on this mask like everything's okay, I can handle it. I can't seek help, I'll seem weak. People are committing suicide because they don't have anyone to go to. They don't have anyone to open up to. They have to be they just have to fake it. And it frustrates me to think about how much our people look crazy at going to therapy and think it's a Caucasian thing to go to therapy or have a therapist, when it's actually very much needed. In our community, there is a lot of mental illness, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of suicidal thoughts. And I think with therapy, it can help. a lot to alleviate some of that. And I think that being in a very healthy relationship where you feel like this is your go-to place for anything you need to remain healthy and happy and full of joy, I think your relationship is a place that you should be able to go to as men to get an outlet, to get a non-judgmental outlet. Like I said, I want to provide that place where, baby, if you feeling like you can't do it, you can't hold the world on your shoulders, let me know. We'll work through it. I'm your partner. I'm your life partner. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. Something's too hard on you, having a hard day at work, you feeling like you just want to end it all, you feel like a failure, you're going through something, things aren't working, and you just want to cry about it. You're human. You have tear ducts for a reason. Go through the motions. Go through them so you can grow through them. Go ahead, cry, get it all out. Then let's figure out a master plan. Let's figure out what we're going to do next. Because stressing it never fixes anything. Stressing never fixes anything. So don't stress about it. Let's think about what's next. Like, I really want my relationship to be that type of relationship where my man feels like I got his back no matter what. And I will have his back as long as he's being good to me and doing what he's supposed to do and treat me like, he has some common sense about himself. Just basic human decency. He'll know that I have his back and we'll get through anything. With me, we'll get through anything. It's nothing you should have to conquer by yourself. Don't ever want him to feel stressed out. I don't ever want him to think suicidal thoughts. I don't ever want him to break down. I don't ever want him to feel like he's doing everything all alone. I don't ever want him to feel like he's about to burst because it's just too much to handle. I don't ever want him to feel like he's a failure or he's not living up to certain standards that a man is supposed to. Like, I want to help him get there. Life can be hard for all of us. And in this particular instance, certain things can be very hard for a man because he's looked at as the man, the brawn, the strong one who's not supposed to cry, not supposed to have emotions. Don't be overly emotional now. Don't be crying and bitching about everything. Don't, get in touch with your feminine side, but don't be like your tampon is overflowing. Like, don't be like that. Don't just cry at funerals. You know what I'm saying? But I do want my man to show real, genuine emotion with me and know that he's not going to be judged or ridiculed for it when he's going through tough things in life that we all have to deal with. I just hate to see people suffer and on the inside going through things and no one knows about it because they feel like they can't come and talk to anybody about it. Then all of a sudden you end up, such and such committed suicide. Why? They seemed okay because they were putting on a facade. Sometimes that's what it is, and they had nobody to open up to, so they had to keep it all inside. And I would hate for my man to ever have to be in that position where he has to bottle everything up in fear of being judged. If he ever felt like he wanted to come out and just be real about what is going on in life, I don't ever want him to feel like he can't come to me or cry in front of me or just break down and just let me know what it is that he felt like he can't handle, he can't go through. I just don't want him to ever feel like I'm not the place that he can come for this. I give a lot of advice on this YouTube. Give a lot of advice on my Instagram. I'll put my links down below how to contact me. But I'm that way in real life as well with the people around me, my family, my friends. If I'm in a relationship, I'm an advice giver. I help people through things. I'm in a good place in life, so I'm able to afford to forward this energy, this positive energy, this energy of being in a good place, in a good mental space. And I want to, project that onto somebody else to be able to have as well. So, yeah, this video is just about women being better at allowing men to be human and have human emotions because they go through just as much stuff as we do, if not more. And just to have his relationship be a scapegoat that he can go to and have his moments. And then you be the reason why he gets back up and he takes on another day because you allowed him that. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Love some.